The earth sinks in the waves. The sun eclipses itself. The stars commit suicide in docile ellipses. Everything burns and everything vanishes in the strange atmosphere. The sky puts on the colors of winter roses. It's a village lost at the frontier of the invisible, swallowed by a horizon of snow, of fog, and of mountains. A last point of rally before the void, and then nothing else. Ice, wind. Miles of solitude distance this village from the last sketch of a road. It used to have a name. Everyone has forgotten it. It is only by hazard if one reaches it. Erased from all the maps by the passage of time and snow, it stretches, long garden of gray stones at the entrance of a small valley of naked trees and frosted cascades. An old rifle, a weaver's loom. Here, no form of technology has prevailed. Here, not the steam trains nor the telegraph can arrive. Every day, hunters go to lose their way in the plains and the forests. Every day, they return. Sometimes, a house becomes available.
Hello, this is Jury Duty Summons, and today I'm playing a game called Winter Voices. Wasn't that a beautiful intro with the paintings and very atmospheric? I saw this on Steam and I thought, that looks like an interesting game, so I'm going to try playing the demo and we'll see how it plays out. So do a new game here, of course. Alright, Origins. You begin as the game as a young 24-year-old woman. In the next 3 steps, you shall customize her. Select an origin for your character. Read each of the 3 descriptions carefully, as it will have a significant impact throughout your journey. So, Huntress. Let's see here. Or Weaver. The vulva has a very high memory, thus making the game more difficult. Selecting this job only if you are used to this type of game. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to go with a Huntress, just because I like hunters, I guess. We'll see how that works. Allocate your attribute points. However, over each description. Okay. So humor. So here's the stats here: humor, willpower, memory, something or other, charisma, intuition. Let's see here. Character's ability to apprehend the positive or negative factors of a situation increases the psych points on the first turn as well as their regenerative use rate, something or other. Keep a situation perspective. Okay. Mental strength of the character. Increases the damage you receive, but it gives you more experience. That's strange. Well, let's give her lots of intuition. Some of that. Some humor. More willpower. Well, the game is saying not to do it because I'm a noob, so I think I'll follow the game. And Let's do that. Okay. Step 3. Finally choose a portrait, hairstyle, hair color, etc. Okay. Arrow. Well. Not a really helpful picture there, is it? Yeah, I like the black hair. Let's go with that.
Leaning against the frozen brook, a little further out, a small house hangs over the west part of the village. A man is standing out front. Next to him, a little girl is sitting on a wooden chair.
Indeed.
They are not speaking. From time to time, she glances at him, curious, in silence. As you're approaching them, you recognize her. She is you.
No.
You must have been 7, maybe 8. It was, most likely, a day in October. The man who is standing next to you is your father. He does not smile at you. Impassive, he stares straight ahead. With such clear blue eyes, one would think they are white. Your story begins here and now, on these motionless lips, under this cold stare, which fixes the horizon and leaves no room for compromise. Under this stare that does not seem, and has never seemed, to grant you any significance.
How rude.
Your story begins on a day in October. What do you have left from this moment in time? The little girl fled on a night of weariness. She disappeared in the fog many years ago, and you have never talked about it since, and she was never seen again. The man has not changed. 15 years later, lying in bed, worn out, he would still look out the window, his face turned towards the light. Even yesterday, on a day in November. You don't quite remember at which point he closed his eyes. But even afterwards, a long time afterwards, it seemed to you as if he was still looking.
They're really going for a mood here. Okay. Stare out the window. Probably has been too long since you last slept. Your head, as much as your eyes, are empty. May I come in? I guess. I came to tell you that I will help Kaliki. In a few hours, we will carry your father's body to the funeral pyre. You have some time left if you want to hold a wake for him. He stays quiet for a moment, undecided, then leaves the room without a word. Okay. Alright, this is how we play the game, I guess. Okay. Just look a spot on the ground. Okay, let's go over here. So if you see that, that's a door. Right, I got it. Doesn't seem to be anything I can click on. I just want me to leave it, go out the door, I guess. Goals window. Go see your father in his room. Okay, that's kind of a really sad start to this game, isn't it? This whole game has this kind of really melancholy, really sad kind of appearance to it. It's very atmospheric. As you are sitting, immobile, by your father's side, it looks like the shadows gloom inside the room, more threatening, more alive. They put on a strange, almost bewitching show, that of a familiar darkness which moves, becomes human, metamorphs. You are undoubtedly delirious, but it doesn't matter much. All right, it's a hallucination. I must escape through the door. Okay. You've entered your first battle. Battles are turn-based. In order to win, you must meet certain goals. These goals appear in a window under the character's portrait at the very start of a battle and will remain there for the duration of the battle. When his spirit was dead, his body fell to the earth. The murder was consummated. The childhood became undone. They sat down, dreadful, atop the walls of dust. What will the worms do with this intangible flesh? The worms do their work. Weariness, sleep. They stretch, they crease, they weave the years together meticulously. They mold the human shape, they shape the differences. They are close to the roots where the tree begins. Really talkative shadows. They make the moonless night and the new moon as well. They make the north and the east. They make the south and the west. They harvest in the dead all that is left to take. They make the ancestor and the wolf, which we call Hydronal. Hydronal? Okay then. What? I guess that wasn't the right choice. Your movement is limited to your movement points. Transferring objects. Blue. Okay. Pretty standard stuff. Because I can't really attack them, so I'll go there. When you were little, you used to look out the window in search of new images, of new lights, of useless things. What do you look for today? What is left to search for in this cold, misty landscape bound by lassitude? Is that a word? He went away, taking all the light with him. He took all the light. Do you remember? I don't see what you're talking about. Once you have spent all your movement points and used your skills, you must click on the End Turn button to continue. Your enemies will then take their turn. Okay, so that's my End Turn button there, I guess. A shadow is blocking the door and preventing your escape. You have just obtained the Repulsion skill, which enables you to push enemies back. Click on the Repulsion icon to use it. I think I will, in fact. Repulse! Limited range, etc. Yep, got that. Yay! I won! Okay, psych points are regenerate each turn. Okay. Coast is clear. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think I can fight shadows. Do you find him frightening now? Yesterday, he was a mountain, a demon, a threat. Today, reduced to a state of residue. What could you do? A pale, inert, already cold skeleton, his eyes dead, his body stiff. He doesn't expect anything from you any longer. Such is life. Yeah, let's go with that one. That's the Russian answer. Such is life. And now you leave without any respect for the one who made you the way you are. You flee his useless corpse. You flee the sight of his empty, azure-colored eyes. You flee his room while nothing holds you back. Unfazed, you forsake him to the shadows, to the claws of the night. I can't stay. But if you can't, who will? Leave, Jedius. There is no going back anymore. We shall meet again. I kind of think I should have chosen a better name than that. Then the shadows gently evaporate, leaving you alone in the freezing room where your father's corpse lies. You leave hastily. Battle over, 100% success. Okay. I am glad that went well. My goal is now to get out of the house. In turn, the living room seems to come alive. Menacing shadows rise up in between the furniture. They seem to behold you, accusingly, to observe you, to scrutinize you. This phantasmic, surrealistic decor intensifies your distress. Huh. Yeah, okay. Let's go that way. The shadow's shape looks vaguely female. She addresses you with a soft voice, both insidious and terrifying. You are trembling, my dear. Are you scared? What are you looking for here? What are you looking for, my dear daughter? Is this salon void of all things? I'm not scared. It's snowing outside, all right? The voice is mocking you. Cold? Really? Is it really the cold in your knees that are quivering? You can't even stay up. Why do you have to be so proud? How long has it been since you last slept? Mom? Damn! It's really like a family reunion here. Didn't remember you were so translucent. You always had a sense of humor, my sweet. But it doesn't make up for loneliness, you know. You're only avoiding the obvious. Isn't it sad to be the only one laughing at your own jokes? Yeah, I'm gonna stick with sarcastic here. I guess it turns over. Ow. You suffer damage. At the beginning of the fight, you start with a given number of energy points. If that number drops below 0, the battle ends immediately. At the end of a new turn, you regain some of your energy. Okay. Okay, so let's use anticipation now. Bam. Okay. Boom. I guess that's good. Can't quite go yet, I guess. Harassment, haha. Ow. In longer battles, or battles with many enemies, it may be hard to keep track of what has been happening. To keep tabs on combat, use the combat diary. Okay. At this resolution, it is tiny font. Okay then. I can't quite escape yet. Okay. That totally didn't work. I think I'm gonna get my ass kicked here. Ah, damn. Oh, there's someone moved right there. Ah, I see. Let's see if that'll work. Thump. Yes. Oh yeah. That's it. I win. 100% success. Okay. I'm out of the house. And I have no goals. I shall just stand here then. Let's go sit here. Oh, you finally come outside. A few seconds in the evening, cold suffice to gather your spirits. Perhaps the sour has made you lose your way. While I take a moment to breathe a little, you hear footsteps coming up towards the house. The silhouette emerging is one of a man in his 40s. You were not expecting a visitor at this hour, but talking to someone may do you some good. I won't talk to him, bastard. The father. A man approaches. His beard is blonde, his eyes so clear blue, one would think that they are white. It is your father, standing in the snow. He is fixing you, in silence. You were not afraid. You were simply surprised.
I stepped into an avalanche. It covered up my soul.
That's what we need. Dad? A what? I am totally confused what's going on here. Sunrise is larger than your current view. You can scroll through the zone by sliding your mouse to the edge of the screen. Try this now. To view the rest of the area. Okay. Derp. What? You just walked over a trap. During certain battles, traps will be hidden throughout the terrain. To become visible when you trigger them. Try to avoid them as you move towards your father. What? You have attained the skill of detection, which allows you to detect hidden traps and enemies. The success of this skill depends largely on your intuition. Use detection now to reveal the other hidden traps in the battle. Okay. Okay, so they have a cooldown. This is fine. So if I go to there and then across, that'd be fine, I think. I think that's pretty much it right now. Okay, so go there first, and then there. Oops. Next turn, I guess. Bam.
What are you doing outside? In the cold? Are you leaving?
What? No, I never had any intention of leaving. Maybe? I don't know. Does it matter? There isn't anybody waiting for me here. Go with that one.
And yet, someone waited for you here. For a long time. You should leave. I am too old to leave. Only one destination remains open to me. One possible journey. I have wasted